entered into a socio-political contract of developing the nation as enunciated in my inaugural address. Nonetheless, you, the citizens of this nation, must also enter into an explicitly irreversible contract with government to play your role to the fullest. The space to do this has been created and will be widened to as far a horizon as you need within the precincts of the law. No Gambian will be overburdened, restrained, or constrained by any form of bureaucratic procedures and legislative barriers to participate legally in national development. I repeat, no Gambian will be overburdened, restrained, or constrained by any form of bureaucratic procedures and legislative barriers to participate legally in national development. We recognize the will of the people as the will of the government, and there is no distinction between the state and the people. The relationship between the two is indivisible, and sacred duality. These are the governing parameters within which my government seeks to serve the people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow Gambians, boys and girls, as we appreciate the splendor of this National Day, we congratulate the school children and the voluntary organizations that have paraded gleefully before us. While we commend their parents and teachers for preparing them for this auspicious moment, we urge all school children and students to take their work and training with utmost seriousness. The future is yours, but this is so only if you realize it and prepare yourself sufficiently to take charge when the time ripens. Therefore, pay heed to your teachers, arm yourself with usefully applicable knowledge and skills, and be guided by values that will imbue in you the moral character needed for useful citizenship. As ever, I encourage all parents and teachers to rededicate themselves to the proper upbringing of the youth in order that we have a new brand of citizens, different from the indifferent and retrogressive adults in our midst. We are equally enchanted by the security services for their splendid display this morning. We value the role they play in maintaining peace, security, and stability in the country. But we acknowledge also the community service they render and the delight they bring during their national events. To them and to the schools, voluntary organizations, cultural groups, women organizations, opinion leaders, organizing committees, and all those who contributed to the impressive turnout and success of the event, I extend sincere commendation. I hereby convey profound thanks and appreciation to all of you for your presence and involvement in the celebrations. As Gambians, just as our National Day has united and brought us here together, let our sense of belonging to this great nation similarly move us as a united force as we march towards our noble and glorious destination. In the same light, let us remember and pray for all those who departed this life, as well as those who are unable to attend for one reason or another.
Well, it has all ended here at the Basse Mini Stadium. The president's statement has in fact been the most interesting part of it. He has called on students and teachers to play a very important role in the attainment of the economics of our status. Teachers have been called to bring up students well in order to stimulate the emergence of a new breed of citizens who will quickly work towards the attainment of economic prosperity in this country.
وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا